Pratik will just which will get here that Mr. Pratik is with me, that he will just take you the tour of that different help you when that use will we can just use
When we are adding movement file shortcut, will be okay. Like go to read zoom out. Similarly, you are working thing. Different stuff. Whatever you want to create templates, you want to create invoice templates, whatever things you want to design, you can search for it. You'll find different templates provided by Microsoft in the Word option. So suppose we want to create a blank document and we want to craft our own design, own content ourselves. So in that case, you can create a blank document. I'll just show you the options which are, because there are a lot of features available here. Over here, I'll go one by one for each of the features. Okay. So suppose we have to add an image, right? So there is option available over there. There is the option called an insert option, right? If you go to the insert option, you can add different things, so one by one for each of the features. Okay. So suppose we have to add an image, right? So there is option available over there. There is the option called an insert option, right? If you go to the insert option, you can add different things over there. Like suppose you have to add an image, you can add an image from here, from the device or stock images, right? Suppose I'll go for the stock images. So basically, what I'm using here is the cloud version of the Microsoft Word. Means the Word is integrated with the latest version of Microsoft 365. You can see I'm logged in with my Microsoft 365 account. So that's why we to utilize the full feature, which what we are showing you over here. You need to be logged in using your Microsoft 365 account. Again and again, I'm telling you, for you need to go to the portal.office.com. You need to download the Office. I'll just show you at the end where to download. You download it, and once you have downloaded, log in one of the applications the way I have logged in. Log in with your account. Then you can find all these features. Maybe you're missing out some feature because this is not the latest version of the Office, which is provided on the Microsoft 365. Okay. So go to the insert option. So here you can insert pictures. Suppose I have to add a picture from here. So suppose this is something I'll have to add a particular image. Suppose this image I'll have to add. Okay. So it is added over here, right? But the thing is that I don't, now there are two things. So just see, when this image is added over here, if you want to move it within the Word document, I'm not able to move it, right? You will also not be able to move it. Like you cannot also move it at your end, right? You can try it also, but you won't be able to move it because now this is available as an image. So what you'll have to do, you'll have to go to the layout option and you will have to make this layout as a tight layout option. Okay. If you click on the tight option, then what will happen now, you can see zooming in, zooming out, that you can do at that time also, but you can take it to the particular part of the page wherever you want to move, right? It makes it the image flexible and you can keep it wherever you want to keep it. The additional thing is that suppose you go to the insert option, you go to the picture. Control Z. Right. Uh, suppose you want to format the picture, you can format it. Okay. And you can rotate it, you can add a shadow, you can make it transparent also, right? So those formatting thing you can do it over here. Okay. So formatting, when you're adding an image, if you want to add a reflection, there are a lot of options out there to do the formatting, right? So suppose you want to increase the transparency for the image, like whatever things you want to do for the image, you can do it over here, right? The edges and all those things, you can do it, right? So these things you can try at your end, whatever things you want to do, you can see how the image can be. This particular image, you can add various formatting to it. Okay. So these things you can try, and you can format the picture, you can make it better. Okay. So apart from this, in the similar way, the way we are adding the pictures, we can also add different various shapes over here, and also we can add icons over here. There are different icons are provided. Stock images icons are there. What you can use, stickers, and a lot of things are there. When you're creating a poster or something, you can add it. You can add these cutouts. You can add those illustrations, right? So those things can be used by you for your different purposes, right? And also, you can also add, I'll just select, move down. You can also insert 3D models, right? So this option, this is the option which is there. You can also add 3D models. You can see this 3D model option. So actually, this one is disabled for my particular account. You can, if you're using the latest version of the Microsoft 365, as I told you, you are logged in with the Microsoft 365 account in then you can also use your 3D model, right? If you want to add a screenshot, you can take a screenshot also. You want to add chat, you can also add chats also, right? So this is what you can use multiple options to insert multiple objects over here, multiple as per your requirement, right? And on the top of it, suppose you want to add a header to a page. Okay, so you can add a header. Suppose you want to add a header to the particular page, then you can add a header. So suppose I want to add that this should be when I'm creating a document, it should be something related to the Delhi University. Then it should be mentioned over there on the header, right? So it is already there as available as a header. In the similar way, you can add a footer also. Basically, these are helpful for you, when you are creating some documents which is confidential to your organization. You want that, okay, this should be traceable. In that time, you are adding a header or a footer, and you are putting those information over there. When it is getting printed, so that will be available over there. It can be traced that this is the document of particular organization. In the similar way, suppose you want to add a page number also. You can add a page number. Okay. Suppose you want to add it at the top of the page, then you can add it at the top of the page, the way it is mentioned over there. Different formats are there. You can use it suitable one for you. You can add page numbers. Okay, and suppose you want that format page numbers. So suppose you want that, okay, you should there are 2 to 3 pages are there which are like the front page, and there are different the table of content is there. Then after that you want to start, but you don't you want the page number to start from a particular number, not from 1. Then you can increase the page number. Suppose I want to start from 5, then I will click 5. So the page number will start from 5 by the way. Okay, so I'll move down. The numbering will start from 5. Okay, so that page numbering, so you can add it from here using this particular option. I'm just removing the page number option. In a similar way, then the next thing what when you're working in a group, suppose you are creating a report in Microsoft Word document. Okay, you want to share it with someone, and you want that the other person should be able to work on it also, right? So then, like Microsoft 365 has a tool called as OneDrive. So OneDrive is a cloud storage. Each user get 1 TB of cloud storage. Okay, let me go here and open. Okay, so this is my account. So here, when you go to the OneDrive, you can see that when you go to Microsoft 365 portal.office.com and you log into your account, you find this OneDrive option over there, right? So you can store your file on the cloud, and you can share your file to another person using this cloud technology, OneDrive, right? So through OneDrive, you share to the other person, and the other person will receive a link, right? So once the other person receives a link, simply what he can do, suppose this is, I'll go to my OneDrive, right? Suppose a new file, I have received a new file. These are the files which are shared with us from different purposes. Okay, suppose I'll go to a Word document, and so this is a file what has been shared with you, right? So simply what you can do, you can keep working over there. I can modify over here, I can add my content over here, and the other person will be able to see it also. This is open on the cloud. The same Microsoft Word is open on the cloud also. But you need to use and suppose your device is not installed with Microsoft Word. If you have the cloud version of the Microsoft 365, you have the ID with you, you can open it in the cloud and you can start working. Suppose you can put the file, you can go and open, even if you don't have Office installed on your device. If you have the Microsoft 365 account, you can open it on the cloud. You can open the file, browse the file on the cloud itself, or you can open it and you can do the modifications over there and save it. So that will again saved in the local device with the modified changes, right? Then we'll move to the, so this is something you need to try at your end, because this is something like, if you will go and share, then here this is the option. You have the share option available here, you can see. I'm just showing you the cloud version, and on the desktop version also it is available there. Suppose I have created something and I'm logged into my Microsoft 365 account. If I have to share it, I can go and share it, so that it is showing you, right? So you can, using your OneDrive, you can share it. You can as a or you can send it as attachment on the Outlook, or you want to directly share it, you can share it. Go and share it, and it will ask you. So it will ask you whom you want to share, with what permission you want to give to him, right? Let it yes, here you can see what you want to only give the permission to the existing users, okay, or you want to give them a view permission, you want to give them a edit permission, or you want to give them a review permission. Suppose you are sharing this particular, once you have created your report, then you have to communicate with your faculty, that how is the report, you want to get a review from him. In that case, you can directly go and share, and you can add the permission to can review, so that the other person will be able to review the particular document. In either way, if you want to give the other person a view permission only, you can give a view permission. If you want to give him a edit permission, अगर आपको edit permission भी देना है